Greetings and welcome to a Fireside Chat with Zany Mystic. My name is Lance White, Zany Mystic, and I am your host. I'm absolutely delighted to have Petra as my guest, who is best known as Magenta Pixie. Magenta Pixie channels a collective energy who present as 9 white-winged beings. She has been receiving this information since 1993, but has now been told to release it to other like-minded souls and to those known as lightworkers. They say, united we stand, divided we fall, and that it is time for the lightworkers, the mediums, the researchers, the scientists, and all those with differing perspectives on the 2012 Earth changes to come together as a collective force and bring forward their knowledge in whatever way it may be. Her messages are unique in that they are crafted with elegant graphics and music on YouTube. The loving and wise energies of the white-winged collective consciousness of 9 enfold and inform. You can find her body of work by going to YouTube and typing in Magenta Pixie. So let's welcome her to the show now. Hi, Petra. How are you?
Hello, Zany. I'm fine, thank you.
Well, first, you're in the UK, so I want to thank you for being on the show and just tell you how much I appreciate and love your amazing body of work.
Thank you so much. It's a real honor for you to ask me.
And you have such a beautiful voice. It's perfect for channeling and for speaking in public.
Well, I think you have a beautiful voice. I absolutely love the American accent. I think it's lovely.
Oh, well, thank you so terribly much. I love the English accent, so it's a mutual love affair.
Yeah, I do have quite a few American subscribers of my YouTube channel, and I do have quite a few tell me they like my English accent, and I simply love the American accent. I guess it's because it's different.
I guess. I don't know. There's just something quite charming about the way that the way that you speak. I've always loved the English accent, going back to David Niven and some of the wonderful British actors and comedians that have, come down throughout the last 20, 30 years. Terry Thomas.
Well, I'm not familiar with Terry Thomas. I know David Niven. But there are so many different types of English accents, just like in America. And I think mine is quite average, really.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't think so over here in America, so we'll just stay with special.
Lovely, thank you.
I'm going to start with a simple question. How did you select the name Magenta Pixie? And I guess your real name or handle is Magenta Pixie 2012.
That's right. Well, Pixie, I have always written stories ever since I was little, and they're mostly fairy stories about fairies and pixies and fantasy. So Pixie is very close to my heart because I love fairies and pixies. Magenta, now that came from, I was watching a beautiful video on YouTube by the channel George Cabasilas, and I thought his work was just amazing, and I resonated with it, and a lot of things he was saying I picked up similar from the 9. And he started to talk about all the different colors that he saw. Mm-hmm. And one of the colors he was talking about in the, God force, source energy, was this lovely pink, magenta. Mm. And it stuck with me. The next day I went out for lunch, and while I was having lunch, which I often do, I'll have a conversation with the person I'm having lunch with, and I'm having a conversation with the 9 at the same time. Huh. And I asked them if about these colours that George Cabasilas had spoken about, and I said, "Can you show me the colour of God?" And I closed my eyes, and I saw this magenta. It was kind of like a tunnel with all this lovely, like electrical lights coming out of the side, but it was this exact magenta colour that George Cabasilas had spoken of. And I think it was a few days later that I had decided to release my first video, And I had no idea my videos would be as well received as they have been. And I just picked the first thing that came out of my head, and as magenta had been in my head for the last few days, and I liked Pixie, I just kind of threw the words together, really.
I guess it was just destiny.
And 2012, because that was the focus of a lot of the talk I was getting from the Nine about the Ascension, and the date 2012 and how that's significant, so I popped that in as well. So there you go, Magenta Pixie 2012.
Well, you know, I had a friend ask me to ask you about the use of the color magenta because she resonates to that vibration, and she wondered about the significance of the magenta ray. So I guess you kind of answered that question, that it was kind of like, you know, you said it was kind of like the God or source or the color that you saw or were shown.
That's true. I mean, the Nine show me there are more than one color.
Well, yes.
But in that realm where the Nine reside and where the higher dimensional energies reside, there's sound and color and light, and that's how they communicate. Their language is color, and color represents emotion. And the magenta is the color of the heart and of love.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it than that, though. But yes, it's, if you want to say the color of God is magenta, that's one of the most significant colors, and it has a mathematical number associated with it as well. But I don't really see what that number is.
Okay.
Very good with numbers, but yes, it is a significant color, and you can focus on the color magenta when you're in meditation and bring forward that energy to you.
You know, there are a lot of, I know you know about the indigo kids, the indigo children that have been born on the planet, that have been coming forth probably, I guess, the last 20 or 30 years, called indigos and crystals and so on. So I'm guessing that they're connected to these colors or rays that are from a higher vibration or density.
Yes, that's right. It seems to be that there has been a group of children born at different periods throughout our timeline that match the color of their abilities. So there was like violet children coming in, and then indigo. And I believe I was one of the first indigo. I think I'm within the indigo range, although I'm actually 43, so I am older than the indigo era. But I also feel that I resonate with the indigo, whole indigo movement and the indigo children. And then the crystal children are the younger ones. I don't really know that much about this, and I haven't really researched it very much. I only know what the Nine have shown me. But the indigo children were really and are very, very specific and connected to the entire Ascension movement, and again, the crystal children, because all of those that have been born with these beautiful coloured indigo auras have come forward from a higher density and kind of come back in time, really, to our Earth now. And so whatever's happening now with the Ascension, these indigo children have done this before. They've already ascended and moved forward into a higher dimension. So they know inside what to do. They know the process. So as they awaken their memories, then they help take the whole planet forward. And that's really what the Nine show me about the significance of these children. And before the indigo were these violet. It was like a darker colour. And I think they also correspond with the chakra colours as well.
Right, that would make sense.